Check, check, check. Microphone 1, 2. Damn it. I just realized now that I posted the landing screen for Quarantine Grooves. That's how tired I am. What's going on, family? This is Monday Quality Talks. And as you can see, today I got a lot of steam to blow, but also a lot of gratitude to show. Oh my gosh, man. Here we go. That's the right line. That's the right landing screen. Let me see. How y'all doing? Welcome to Monday Quality Talks, family. This is MQT19. I hope that you have had a great weekend, that you have enjoyed our Offering Gospel weekend, if you've been tuned in with us. And yes, let me make sure I download the right video. You see, you can tell that a brother is tired. Welcome, 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 welcome. Can you hear me well? Am I sounding loud and clear? Is everything on point? Please do let me know. Jump in the comments. And yeah, today, man, the music industry backward practices, I should say, the music industry backward business practices. And I should actually even be more precise and talk about major labels and some independent labels. And I'll explain to you right now why I feel so compelled to talk about this matter at hand, because we've had an amazing experience this weekend with our second edition of our virtual online music festival with my partners Jojo Flores, Chup Chup, and Jibril Cisse. And yeah, man, basically 16 hours of amazing music. The lineup was just mad. I mean, we're talking about Oshun Lade, Jellybean Benitez, Jimpster, Rafael Moraes, Sony with an Eye, DJ Deluxe, Black Mamba. Man, I mean, come on, Sifa. Man, the vibe was just insane. It was just insane. And unfortunately we had some internet issues, and we couldn't have Chup Chup, who was supposed to stream directly from Dakar, Senegal. But nonetheless, the event was really successful. But with that being said, there was quite a sense of frustration that came along, because we realized when the festival was completed that the files were invisible, blocked. And so we're talking about 16 hours of music, 2 days, an amazing lineup. And because of, I think, 4 songs, those labels claiming the use of their content made the claim to be blocking the video and not letting people, for instance, you picture you guys to have this experience and see 8 hours of just amazing sounds. And today is not necessarily our usual MQT, but it's gonna fall back into the usual kind of vibe we having. And you'll see why and how. But you see, I found it super important to emphasize the fact that in this time and age, with all this modernity, with the fact that we all know that everything is more than ever digital, everything is more than ever about online presence, and especially DJs and artists in general have to fall back to performing online and create a new stream of income via these online content productions and presence. Uh, Also allowing the fans and giving opportunities to the fans to give them, donations, like you can do actually for these shows. Matter of fact, via the super chats or with PayPal donations. So don't forget to do that if you haven't done it yet. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do subscribe and press the bell button and the like. Very important. Um, then talking about that and moving forward to our experience this weekend, I was like, hold on. This to me is so weird because those big machines and smaller machinery, such as independent labels, should know better. If those labels, with all due respect, without the consumer, are nothing. My label is nothing without the people consuming the music that I'm releasing. Now I understand that back in the days before all this technology got really, really enhanced, and the capacities of this artificial intelligence, now it's AI pretty much, to recognize songs and automatically, for example, if you play music on Instagram, you would see that you probably would get blocked, or you know what I mean. So that technology allows any label to track at any time, the movements of their songs, especially this kind of their releases, especially these kinds of big companies. They have a lot of they have a lot of information on how the music is being used, and there's so many ways now to monetize. You can, for example, if you play one of my songs on YouTube and any other platforms, you are not supposed to be blocked, because I have made sure that I spoke to my distributor and telling them, look, and because they ask you as a distributor, like, do you want your content to be, do you want people to be able to play your content or not? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, shit, I'm not gonna impeach people from playing the content. That's actually counterproductive. You know what I mean? And it feels like, for these big structures, there seems to be a difference in the kind of money they make or where the money comes from. Small money is not good money, it seems, But and I know what I'm saying is very partial to a certain extent, but it actually isn't, because the truth is that you can clearly see that these big companies don't necessarily block certain channels, D-Nice and a couple of other folks, because you see, they're having that impact and that presence, and so for them it's beneficial. But you see, what we're doing here with this offering God So Weekender is greater than our own person. We're really trying to put forth an experience that's gonna be exported in the physical again, hopefully once this whole thing gets back to normal. And when you put all this work and all these efforts, just like Jojo and I, we've put organizing all these things, creating all the visuals, working our asses off to make sure that we bring the viewers an experience. We had one of the biggest art collector in the ancient African art collector in the world, granting us the use of pictures from his collection, DJ Class Gallery in Brussels, Belgium. I mean, we really bring in to all of you guys an experience that is unique, and to see these kind of practices and to see that we understand that your content is precious to you. I mean, I'm the number one guy to believe in that, and I won't say anything about the fact that you feel like your content is precious to you. But we know how these companies function. For them, it's assets, it's products. So but if indeed what you're in the business of selling, and you're in the business of making sure that your product is visible and accessible to a wide audience, why doing that? Because a festival like the one we're producing, Offering God So Weekender, and my Quarantine Groove shows, for example, are very much an opportunity for your catalog, your music to be presented to a completely new set of audience. Okay, I may not have 500 people connected at the same time during a live, but we're getting there. Feel me? So this, I kind of have a little bit of an extreme side about these kind of things when I really feel frustrated about how this industry is, and many times I've had these thoughts where I was like, you know what, anything that's coming from Universal Music, Warner Music, and all these kind of big labels, we don't play anymore. But that's also stupid because there's some real good music that those guys are putting out there. So why is it that some content is blocked and some content isn't? The truth is that I don't have the answer to that question per se. But I would assume that either it's the artist that refuses to have their work being played, as though they could not monetize it anyway. Because that's why I'm saying it's backwards. It's like, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years ago, you couldn't monetize it. Fair enough. But nowadays, dude, are you kidding me? You can monetize anything, and especially if you have your content properly ID'd and you have everything properly organized. Especially these big companies, you think they're gonna play around with their money? They don't. So why blocking an experience? So that's the whole thing. Like, I believe this music industry really need, and especially big major labels need to, I really think, get on a program and really understand that us, the DJs, no matter how big or how small we may be, we all play a part. We all have a role to play in helping expand their reach, in helping expand the visibility of the artists, right? We may not be working for Power 96. We may not be working for NRJ Radio. We may not be working for whichever radio here in Portugal, etc. But the point of the matter is that we all have our online presence. We all have our reach. We all have the following that we have, and it has its value. You may not see it as such, but it has value. So this is really a call of the heart, I would even have to say, and really extend this message, as far as saying that by doing that, by impeaching one, and in this case it's many because we have 16 hours of music that's blocked. Don't worry, we will re-upload it. Every performance will be re-uploaded. That's not even to be worried about. And the very specific song that they want to be blocked, well, we'll mute that part and you'll be able to listen to the rest. But again, this is really making me question the level of expertise and also adaptability of the people behind these big companies, and the people handling the streaming aspect of things. Like, I'm all for making sure that the content is available to everyone and anyone around the world without restriction, because at the end of the day, you can monetize, right? Of course, there's little illegal stuff here and there. Some platforms such as Facebook they don't want to pay stuff. I mean, eventually they figured out a way now to make it work, supposedly. But like, still, feel me? There needs to be a change in this paradigm. And again, we fall victim of these practices. And look, the amount of messages we get. Yesterday, people texted us, sent us, so many people like, thank you so much for this festival. This really took me on a journey throughout the weekend. I loved it. Some people were out there, shopping in the malls, in the States or wherever they were located, with their families. They were cracking it. They were cranking the sound up in their cars on their way back home. People were in the living room, listening directly, on their TV. Like, for 16 hours throughout the weekend, people had an amazing time and really showed up for it and made donations and such. Now, this content is blocked because of 4 songs. That's silly to me. And I dispute it, as a matter of fact. I filed a dispute because I said this is a fair use of your songs, and I actually wrote a message. I said, guys, you know, whether you read this or not, what you're doing is silly. Because if you're going to allow us to play, and YouTube does a great job at allowing you to play the stuff, and of course they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're letting you play. They don't cut the lives, and then afterwards they handle the, all the legal stuff, as in like you're getting all these messages telling you that you have a copyright strike, but it's not affecting your channel, whatever. That's cool. I mean, not a strike, but like you're getting a claim. Sorry, but that's okay. I get that every weekend. I get tens and 20 claims at least every weekend, but it it's very rare when he blocks my content. There's a couple of occurrences where I could not have one particular song played, like for example like a Drake track, for example, could not be played. Um, Again, you know, it didn't really bother me then because I was like, it bothered me, but I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna mute it. But it's so silly. It is so silly. It is so silly. What about the DJs that make mashups? Because one of the track that I got that was blocked is actually a mashup, a remix that I did of Frank Ocean and Andre 3000 from Outcast, Pink Matter, that Deluxe played. Dude, this is a new version. Like I created a remix for that song. That is a pretty chilled mellow track, a track that is actually playable in a DJ set. You should actually pay me for having done this thing, because I'm giving accessibility and visibility to a song that you have in your catalog that didn't have before. But again, you may not see it like that, because if you have to do it for everyone that's a small DJ or this and that and the other, then you're not gonna, it's not gonna benefit you. But I believe you're very wrong, because the moment you allow access to your catalog and you let people play and showcase your music, interpret it in their own ways, you're allowing for a wider reach and a deeper reach. But again, I don't want to do a long live today. I think that I really wanted to touch on that and express my anger, really, because it's making me very angry when I see these kind of things, and mad at this music industry, in the sense that it's like, y'all need to start getting on the program. Y'all need to start adapting, because it makes no sense. It makes no sense to really not seize the opportunities of the kind of events we're doing, the kind of online experience we're creating, and be part of that and embrace that. Again, I understand it's a numbers game, and it's all about, the more viewers you have, the more chances you have for them to maybe notice you and not block this or that. But still, I don't think they care, and what I'm saying here might not even resonate with anyone, and it's okay, but it still has to be said. I'm not here to present you with a bunch of files and this and graphs and this. No, this is very simple, very raw, honest, and cut through kind of truth. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We can't continue like that. Feel me? No, we can't continue like that. It has to change. This industry really needs to adapt. It's utterly important. So, with that being said, this experience was amazing. I mean, we had so much fun. Jojo's in Montreal. I'm here in Lisbon, Portugal. Montreal, Canada. I'm here in Lisbon, Portugal. Chuchub's in Dakar, Senegal. Jibril is in France. And it's like, come on, yo. We managed to, and everyone, all the guests, like, Jimster was in the UK, Jellybean in New York, Sonny with an eye in New York, Julius the Mad Thinker in New York. Oh no, in Chicago, sorry. Rafael Moraes was in Sao Paulo, in Brazil. Sifa was in Paris. Oshulade was in St. Louis. Who am I missing? Am I missing somebody? No, I don't think I'm missing anyone. And yeah, man, we know we managed to bring all these people together and provide this experience. And y'all not ready for OGW3. Offering God So Weekender 3 is gonna be something else. Y'all not ready for this one. And we're excited about what we're building here, because as I said before, really look attentively. What we're trying to do here is build an experience similar to kind of like what, not similar, but in the same kind of line as what Sweez Beats and Timbaland did with Versus, right? But we are really trying to build a franchise. We're trying to build this thing to get bigger than us, and really be about the community, be about our sound, and really be a remarkable festival that is about that good energy, that good time and laughters, and just good soulful sounds. And I had no idea of how this would go, even though when we started with a vision. But it's amazing to see that with the feedback we're getting, it's encouraging us to really just be like, yo, you know what? We're onto something here, And yeah, it's still very much niche, but we're getting somewhere. And it's starting to bear some interesting fruits, and it's encouraging, really encouraging. So yeah, man, looking forward to it. How you guys doing anyway? I hope that you've started the week well. It's Monday today, right? MQT, Monday Quality Talks. I would not lie to you. I woke up this morning. I didn't really sleep very well because I had a lot on my mind, and with all this excitement of the weekend, I woke up early, and then I was just feeling tired, man. Feeling really really tired. But beautiful day, sunny, weather's on point. And yeah, man, I decided to just take it easy today. I was almost not going to do the show. I was almost going to say, guys, I'm tired. And as you can see, I started the show with the with the Quarantine Grooves intro screen. But that goes a long way to tell you that the brother is tired. And so yeah, man. But yeah, it's important, I think, to use our platforms responsibly, and but when it's also time to speak out on things that aren't correct, that's also why we need to do what we need to do. It's like, fuck that, bring the truth forward, and let it be known. You know what I mean? For those of you who haven't yet, we had a little debriefing yesterday on Keisha's Club Shada yesterday on his YouTube channel, Club Shada, together with Jojo. It's the show called Evergreen. If you want to check it out, and I stayed a little longer with Keisha. We spoke about various topics, and it was quite fun. So go check it out after this show if you haven't done it yet. And yeah, man, again, look, I just want to say that I truly appreciate each and every one of you for supporting what I do, but what we do, more globally. And I think, Mountain of Inspiration, thank you, my king. Thank you so much for being with us through this weekend. It was amazing to have you part of this experience, and showing so much love. Thank you guys so very much. Your support, guys, is so appreciated, and it's not taken for granted at all. So the reason why I'm a bit mad at what these major labels are doing by blocking all these lives is because it's not allowing you to have the experience. It's not allowing those of you who were not able to check out this weekend's musical journey to actually, replay it. But as I said, don't you worry. I'm actually busy editing the lives, and we will be posting each live one by one. Not a problem. Look, I'm always solution driven. That's what I'm about. That's what we're about. If there's a problem, there's got to be a solution. And that's the solution. So we're gonna go for it. And there's always gonna be a way around something. You know, there's nothing more dangerous in life than somebody who's determined. By dangerous, I'm not saying determined. Well, obviously, yes, determination can be either for something good or not so good. But when you're about something that's greater than you and you want to bring forth, great energy, positive experiences to people, no one's gonna stop you. And that's falling back to our usual Monday Culture Talks vibe, which is about that I'm empowered. I am capable of creating an experience, capable of creating um, a paradigm for myself that is all about my resilience. So, all right, cool. That's a setback. No worries. We have ways around it. You're going to block that as well? We're going to find new ways. Be tenacious. Be determined. Don't be disrespectful, but be tenacious and determined. Joel Amen. Merci beaucoup. Welcome, family. Thank you very much for being tuned in. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Tenacity is super important because when you have a vision, just nourish that. Look, trust me, man. Today when I woke up, because obviously after the live yesterday, I automatically received a block. Automatically. So you could not even access them. And so a lot of people were frustrated, and I was so yeah, I was a bit sad. I was like, damn, bro, again, we put all this work together for that kind of, yeah, again, YouTube is doing their job anyway, but because, that's not YouTube's responsibility. The labels are telling them, we don't want this content to be played. And so that's it. And so, yeah, man, we thank you, man. Thank you. Mountain of inspiration, indeed. There's always a way around the obstacle. And yeah, man, the attitude is to always, obviously, just stay focused and stay solution driven, because I think that we have a tendency to waste a lot of time on what doesn't work or feel victim of a given situation that occurs along the way. But it's like, dude, I refuse to stand in self-pityness, indulge in that sense of like, oh well, we are not in control of what we're gonna do with a given situation that's bestowed upon us in some way, shape, or form. Feel me? So, DJ Respect Africa, Ubuntu, my king. That's right. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Blessings to everyone indeed. And so, you can't be victimized. You cannot be victimized by anyone. Well, you can, but it's what you do with this attempt of victimization. And of course, it's okay and it's normal to react to a given situation that happens to you. But I really think that, Jacqueline Mugo, thank you very much. I really think that one has to find just alternatives. And believe me, I did not necessarily have that muscle very, very well strengthened back then. And I would say, by back then, I would say over 10 years ago, probably. But everything, as I said before, started, around my father's passing, around that time. Like that just was like, it was a triggering point for me to just be like, okay, cool. I don't think there's much worse than that can happen. So no money, being broke, being this, that's nothing, because that's material. At the end of the day, we let ourselves be stressed out by situations. Some of them we have no control on. But how we react to that situation, mais c'est entre tes mains, it's in your hands. No. So you think that you're going to impeach me from sleeping? Are you mad? You're not born. I'm telling you're not born. And because I am determined, I will find a way. What we're doing with this offering got so weekender. Let me tell you something. When we started, it was an actual physical festival. We were the first people at the time to bring electronic music in a festival form, in the form of a festival. in West Africa, and precisely Senegal, in Dakar. At the time, we didn't know if it was going to have resonance. And yo, it did. And it was a free festival. All the sponsors that were supposed to be aligned, only two delivered on their promises. The Accord Hotel and I can't remember who else, but yeah. Oh, DJ Respect Africa, la 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 la, Respect Africa. That's right. Blessings, 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 King. Appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. You see, family, this means a lot, and it doesn't matter how much you give. The important is to contribute to the program and to help, help a brother out, because at the end of the day, we are all going through times that are challenging, and it's always humbling when one cares to give out of their very hard earned money. So it's very much appreciated and definitely not taken for granted. So with that being said, right, when you understand that the power is in your hands, when you understand that my vision is 100%, there's nothing that's going to hold me back, you go forth. So we did that festival, and was it successful right away? Man, let's not even lie. Like this thing was actually not successful right away. But the cool thing about it was that it was successful, yes, in terms of public attendance. Sorry, but it wasn't in terms of finances. Yes, it was a free festival, but we were supposed to have sponsors that would pay for a bunch of other things. Though we managed to still pay the DJ fees, which a lot of those, and you have to remember, it was Jojo Flores, Zephyrin Saint, Sabine Blazin, myself, DJ Luz, Zarak, Chup Chup. Was there anyone else? I don't think so. I think that was it. Yeah. And it was just beautiful. We managed to make it work. And big shout out to Chup Chup, because him and Nyanya together really, really pushed hard to make this happen in Dakar. And so, couple of years, obviously, so we ended up, being in debt and owing money even to people, and all these efforts were not in vain. And even though now we've taken our operations online because of this whole global pandemic, and we understand that people are tired of online shows and online DJing and online events. Like, there's too many going on, but the difference between what we are doing and what many may be doing, or maybe some may be doing it equally to us. But again, looking at what we are doing, the particularity is that, we're doing everything by the strength of our own hands. Jojo is the one handling the whole programmation of the show on OBS via Montreal. I'm here and I'm doing all the visuals, all the artworks. We're doing that together, right? It's a common effort, but it's like we are doing this together, the both of us, and we're busy making sure that everything is tight, everything looks good, the designs look on point. Those are little details. Normally, you should have some other people doing that. No, we understand the necessity to compound our efforts, our energy, and do as much as we can ourselves. Why? Because we can't afford to pay, people left and right for something that is not yet necessarily generating money like that. Donations are great, but I mean, with the kind of lineup we've had this weekend, or even during the first event when we did the first OG Weekender, like, if we had to pay fees for all these artists, knowing that some of those artists take up to 20K, they would take up to 20K per gigs before COVID. this would be 120, 150k euros if it was an actual physical event. Maybe a little less, but still around that kind of price. And what, this weekend, if we made 1,000 euros, it's a lot. I think we barely reached that. But the point is, we're trying to make things happen. We're trying to make the viewership understand that, you guys have a very direct role into this. There's no walls between us, because you can see, like, did you respect Africa right here and there? He's contributing right away to the program. Boom, putting in five pounds. Like, I mean, you have a direct impact on the show. You have a direct impact on, how you. It's not a direct. You have a direct contribution. That's the best. That's the better way to put it. And you can see it. Oh shit, my guy is appreciative. You see what I mean? And we are appreciative for everything that we're getting. But then you're looking at this new economy, and you're like, wow. It really feels like when we had the euro, right? The euro came in the market, and like you would have the franc belge, the Belgian franc, the franc français, French franc, etc. And you'd say, oh, I'm paying only €5, but actually, if you think about it, you're paying more with the euro than you were paying with the franc of your country, or the actual currency of your local country. You see what I mean? And now it's like, with this new digital way of showcasing the music and arts in general, you make it much less. I'm hearing about guys that make like 2,000 euros per weekend, and I'm like, I don't know who's. I mean, maybe, and certainly so. But I mean, when I'm hearing that it's happening in France and stuff like that, I'm like, it could be. I don't know, but it's not happening to us yet. The point being that nothing was built overnight, right? And so it takes great efforts, and it takes great courage to really be committed to a vision, no matter what it is that you want to accomplish. And you cannot be discouraged because things don't align right away. No, not at all. Understandably so, you can be discouraged, of course. You have the right to be discouraged, but you just have to pick things back up and just keep it moving, keep trucking, make it happen. Feel me? Like, don't let these negative thoughts, make you spiral down into a space where there's nothing good. So staying positive, staying with your vision, and being, determined is super, super, super important. And we are determined to, continue with this event, continue with putting in the efforts, because that's what we're about. We don't give in. We don't give up. Not at all. It doesn't exist. And yeah, DJ Respect Africa. I am because you are Ubuntu. I am because we are, or you are. Either way. You see, we all are playing a role in each other's life, one way or the other. And the moment you understand that, you cannot undervalue yourself anymore. You cannot overvalue yourself neither, but there's no reason for you to undervalue yourself. That's why none of this can be intimidating. You are blocking. There's no wallow. Boss, watch me. I'll make it happen. And that's always been my career. When somebody will block a door, I'll be like, oh man, wait. By the time that person realizes, I'm already inside that house. Huh? How come you managed to get in? Man, it's okay. You didn't want to pass. You didn't want to give me the opportunity. It's okay. I found my way. And sometimes the way when they found out how you managed to get in, where they didn't want you to be in the first place, is through the actual person they didn't want you to access in the first place. Oh, Respect Africa, today you're going deep, Baba. Blessings, 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 blessings. Thank you, King. Thank you very much. Thank you. And so, huh? Oh, so tu connais un tel? No, I don't know. It just so happened that the opportunity came along the way, and you don't need to know how I got into this place. It's none of your business. It wasn't your business when you had the opportunity to leave the door for me to enter, so it shouldn't be your business now. Oh, come on, tell me, man. So how do you know? Like, nah, it's okay. Then they see you feasting with these people that the very guy was trying to reach to in the first place, but zero. So this might be a little bit, revengeful, vindicative. No, it's not. It's just how life works. There's no such thing as somebody blocking me at all. There's no such thing as somebody blocking you, neither. The only person that's blocking anyone here is ourselves. I repeat, the only person blocking anything here is ourselves and how we project and our perspective on things and matters of life. Be sound, be one with your heart. It's not easy, of course. It's not. I won't like today, really, I felt a bit discouraged. I was like, damn, man, all this hard work. Oh, it's okay. Dust it off. Cool. Let's find solutions. Yeah. I downloaded the whole thing. I'm editing this show. And you see, the beauty of it is that, yes, even though we got the show blocked, and hopefully it will be unblocked, we'll see. We have the material. We can download the whole file. Edit. So after this live, you're going to see the next, I'm going to be uploading Jelly Bean Benitez performance. There's no problem about that. We're coming back. Because there's not, the moment we are not doing anything wrong, we're not affecting your business in a negative way. If anything, we're actually adding to your business. We're adding to your visibility. My man, who are you to block me? And of course, don't get me wrong. I understand these are massive entities. I'm not trying to like act as if this was a person. No, sorry. This is really massive entities and massive structures. So you can't tackle that, single-handedly. But you have got to be focused. Respect Africa, you already know it's that member mentality, man. RRP, Kobe Bryant, man. Like this is what it is. Look, I used to play basketball. And I wish I had that kind of mentality when I was much younger, or that kind of strength. But, because I was much younger, I didn't have the courage to go for that dream of becoming a professional basketball player, And because, I explained that before in one of the MQTs of what was told to me. And I was told that I was too chubby, too this, too that, when I actually was really, really good. Somebody said that I was too old. I was probably like 16 or 15 at the time, but I was too old. I was like, really? Anyway. So yeah, and I had this mentality, probably I wouldn't be here with you talking about this thing. So, everything happens for a reason, and we all learn through this process that we call life, right? So let's give thanks. Let's be grateful for these opportunities, these challenges that come together with the opportunities, because with every opportunities come a set of challenges and blessings. And opportunity and opportunity doesn't always mean success. Opportunity means learning. And you must be unwise even not to learn about and from your successes, but most importantly, your failures. Because it is through your failures, through our failures, that we understand exactly what we can do better. Look, when we started the festival Saturday, 3 shows. Sifa started first, Deluxe second, and Carlos Mena. I knew I forgot a name when I was mentioning all the names. Yes, Carlos Mena was third on Saturday. Those 3 shows, we had some very massive technical issues. Sifa was internet connection. There was a very big issue with lagging. Deluxe, her set got cut right towards the end of it, and Carlos, same thing. And so we've learned. We understood exactly what was this issue. The issue was, the files was too big, this and that and the other. Okay, cool. We know that next time we're gonna ask, because so you understand the festival is a big part of it is pre-recorded just for production purposes, but it still is original content. It's meant just for the festival, and it's presented in a live manner, right? So when we have these kind of issues, it is very frustrating because we are indeed programming everything to be as flawless and as fluid as it can be. But sometimes, yeah, there's hiccups and it happens. So again, are we going to be negative about it, and are we going to drop the ball and be like, oh my God, for fuck's sake? No. Relax. Cool. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Keep that energy going. It's like when you play, when you play ball, it's like, okay, they're leading 10, 15 points. What are you going to do? Just stop? No, man. It's a sport. Anything and everything can happen, including your success, your victory. But you've got to put in the work, sweat for it. That's right. That's right. That's right. Respect Africa. That's right. Even the music we make, we play is with downs and highs. Yes, indeed. But everything in life is about that interesting duality, of positive, negative. These polarities really constitute our existence. The thing is that how long do you stand in the negative polarity of things? That's what you have to figure out for yourself. Because the more you stand in that negative polarity, that negative energy, the more that energy affects your physical, your mental, and therefore impacts the outcome and the unfolding of how things are supposed to present themselves to you, because you're going to come to a certain point where something great and positive comes along the way, and you're so stuck on your BS that you can't see it because you're stuck up with that negative approach, that negative feeling, that negative energy. Oh, this didn't work out. Oh, this and that. It's not my fault. It's their fault. It's okay. Keep it moving, turn around. But some people are just mentally not conditioned to think otherwise. There's always going to be someone else's fault. It's always going to be, it's never their responsibility. No, I'm not responsible. No. Look, man. Take your loss. Dust yourself off. Keep it moving. Take your wins. Give thanks. Stay humble. And keep it moving. That's what it is, man. Humility, gratitude, and grace. Be gracious. Be thankful. That's how I feel every day, man. I wake up, I go to bed, giving thanks, being grateful for life, the universe, God, Allah, Yahweh, name it, creation. Give thanks for what you are, what you have, because this is borrowed. All this is borrowed, It's yours, but it's not really yours. That's why you have to honor life in you and in others. And when you have these kind of mentalities, everything by a ricochet effect impacts everything else in your life, because then automatically you're always in that kind of like positive mentality where it's like, oh, something pisses you off, it's like, oh fuck, man. Okay. Okay, boom. Pick yourself back up and you go. That's it, The name of my last featuring track have this name, Dualidades. DJ featuring DJ Respect Africa. All right, cool, man. I'm gonna check it out. Check it out, yo. Appreciate the information here. So you see, again, man, it's just important, man, to keep a positive outlook on things, And yeah, so family, again, the purpose of today's MQT was really to shed some light upon how I feel about some of the companies in the music industry and how they it, and some of their practices in terms of how they block content just for the sake of whatever. Um, and the necessity for them to, you know, loosen up a little bit and understand that there's high value in the diversity of sources uh, that showcase their sounds and their catalogs. You can play my music as much as you want. You can have it on all your YouTube channels. I'm still going to be the one making the money, and I'm not going to be blocking your content. And I make sure that it. But Facebook, for example, and I think that's platforms related. But Facebook, for some reason, when I would play my own content, they would block me. But again, that's Facebook and Instagram, so different story here. But yeah, let's just keep pushing, man. This is a new era. This is new for a lot of us, even for them. As much as I think that they're very backwards and fucking slow. Um, I think this is very much new for a lot of us. And, you know, 2 years ago, I would have never thought of doing a talk show. I mean, people were telling me, were advising me to do one, but I was like, and here I am doing one, you see? Yo, you gotta give thanks and just always when you're in when you're in that feeling of gratitude, in that energy of gratitude, the things will flow for you in such a beautiful way. So, you know, maintain that spirit. Maintain that spirit is very important. With that being said, sisters and brothers, I really appreciate your presence and beautiful support. I think that you know, again, me having the chance of benefiting from your very precious time for 1 to 2 hours, depending on how the vibe of the show is always an amazing gift, and your donations on top of that are just again utterly appreciated. And yes, if you see value in this content and you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do. Make sure you share the link on your socials. You let people know about this show and the other shows on the channel. Make sure you press the like button for this channel and the bell so that you can be informed of what's going on and what's being posted here on a regular. That's it for today. That's it for tonight. That's it for this morning, wherever you are located in the world. Again, this was MQT19, and it was a little how do you call this? Yeah, a little clash. It's not really a clash, but it was more like a cry of the heart, should I say, about what's going on, and the necessity to move things a little bit. Yes, man. You can murder liberator, but not liberation. That's exactly what it is. We're all here to push forward the concept of progress, and being open to progress is so important, so necessary. So it's not easy because progress comes at some serious cost and can be very painful, but it's so necessary. So let's give thanks. Once again, I'm grateful for your presence. Ubuntu, I am because you are and we are. We are all indeed connected one way or the other. And this is the human family. And so the fact that we can resonate with one another and you can resonate with what I say and vice versa, I think it speaks volumes. So y'all have a great, productive, and blessed rest of your week. Embrace every day of this week and beyond with a positive spirit, with a determined spirit, and be sharp with your vision, but always open and flexible enough to allow things to surprise you, even maybe sometimes change your mind and perspective on things. And yeah, man, being open is important. Thank you, Mountain of Inspiration, Joel Amen. Respect Africa, thank you for your chat contributions and presence here, and those watching but not chatting. It's okay. Thank you too as well. Yo, be well. Great rest of your weekend. I shall see you next Monday for another MQT, which will be interesting, which will be nice. Yeah. There's much to talk about. Peace, family. Let me leave you, send you out with this joint and with the proper introduction screen, which is now coming to you. That's the one. You see? Blessings, family. By now, y'all know that whenever I say it's over, I can't help myself but just add another one. So yeah, just for the pleasure of it. That little instrumental I did as a remix that probably will never come out. But at least you can enjoy it. Exclusive. Peace, fam. Select everyone, you see? Messed it up here.